Here we are back with Aquillas, and today we are speaking about ship preparation. What is ship preparation? It's simple, it's just to prepare a ship in the harbor to have a ship fit for purpose in case of fight. So, which type of cannons to equip? How many repairs to take? Each type of repairs. And how many ammunitions to take, how many gunpowders, how many cannonballs, and so on. What are our choice criteria? We are limited in our choice because the weight of the cannons and the weight of the hold have a direct impact on the speed of the ship. If we have no gun, nothing in hold, the sails are not working properly, relations between hull and sails is not optimum, and the speed of the ship is reduced to 85%. Optimum speed is reached between 30% and 60% of the hold content, max content. And if hold is filled to 100%, the ship speed will be reduced to 85% gain. So this is the limit. Here I must pose a disclaimer. The following advices are consequences of my personal experience. My personal experience is based on my personal gameplay, and I like using support ships. Support ships are smaller ships that will provide support to bigger ships in a battle, or smaller ships that will attack bigger ships and try to get them. If your personal choice are different, maybe your choice will be different, but new players, returning players, won't be able to skip a Duke of Kent at the beginning. At the beginning, everybody is using small ships. So, yeah. Later, maybe players can do differently, but at the beginning, maybe this is advisable to follow these rules. So, first thing first, which cannon are we using? For me it's very simple. In the present meta of the game, long guns are the best. Why? Because they have the best characteristics, better accuracy, and everything is better. Better penetration. They are the best choice, but they are expensive. So sometimes, for economic reasons, we are obliged not to use them. Medium guns are cheaper, but they have less accuracy and less penetration. Sometimes, again, we are obliged to use them. Carronades, they are using so many crews that they take age for reloading, and they reload partially the broadside, not all the broadside. This has tremendous impact on their DPM, so my advice for carronades is very simple: do not use them. Now, let's have a look on the repairs. Number of repairs, so hull repairs, rig repairs, medicines. To see that, you just have to put the mouse on this area and this window will pop up, and this window will be useful to select the number of repair we need for a particular ship. For the hull repair, the key number is this one, hull repairs. Here, for this trader's Lynx, every time I repair the hull, I will use one hull repair. I want to be able to repair 6 times, this is my personal choice, so I put in this case 6 hull repairs in hold. If here it was a bigger ship using 5 hull repairs per repair, I will take 30. Rig repairs. I want to be able to repair sails and mast 2 times. So I take this number here, multiply by 2, this gives me the number of rig repairs I will take in a particular ship. Medicine. Here is the max crew of the ship. Every time I heal the crew, I will heal 30% of my initial crew, so normally this one. So I will have to take, I want to repair 2 times, to heal 2 times. So I will take 2 times 0.3 times this value here. 0.3 multiplied by 24 is 7. In this particular case, for this trader Lynx, I will take 14 medicines. Now, let's speak about ammunitions. How many ammunition I will take? For seeing that, I just click here on this icon, and I see this window. And here in this window I have all necessary things I need to select my number of ammunitions. My personal choice for ammunitions is I want to be able to fire per cannon 20 cannonball shots plus 5 chain shots plus 3 grape shots. This means a total of 28. So for the gunpowder, here is the key number. This is the total quantity of gunpowder that will be used by my 8 cannons, or my total cannons, if I fired them all at a time. I need 20 times this value, the gunpowder. Yes, I know, it's a huge value. Cannonballs. I make the sum of all the cannons I have here. For this Lynx it's simple, it's only 8. And I multiply it by 20 to see the total number of cannonballs I need. So 20 times 8, 160. For the chains, same number multiplied by 5, so 40 chains. And for the grape, multiplied by 3, so 24 grape shots. Now let's speak about some particular cases. First particular case is the merchant ship, and we will detail what to do for trader, the main trader and the traders in fleet, because it's not exactly the same. We will see that later. Then we'll see the basic links, because the basic links have also a particularity, because the basic links have only 7 slots for putting things in hold, and this gives another limit. Then, what to do if using previously recommended values? There is remaining space in hold, so I am between 30% and 60% of my hold. Oh, I could take more, but what to take? Similar, if using recommended values told before, my hold is too heavy, I have more than 60%, this reduces my speed, and for PvP it's not acceptable. So what to remove? And then also, What will I do if I use medium cannons? So now we'll see the practical case and we'll go back in game to see that. So now we are prepared. Trader's Lynx. Back to Trader's Lynx fleet to have it ready for fight, because sometimes you are attacked. First is the main ship. This is my main ship, and as you can see, I equipped her with long guns. Then, how many repairs? We saw that earlier. So it is using 1 hull repair times 6, 3 rig repairs times 2, and the crew is 34. 34 multiplied by 0.3 is 7.2. 7 multiplied by 2 is 14. As ammunition, 20 times 40 for the gun pounder, so 28 times 40 for the gun pounder means 1120, 160 cannonballs, 40 chains, and 24 rig repair according to previous criteria. Okay. Offline I prepared it. I put that in hold. Alt click, alt click, alt click. Up. Here it is. My ship is correct. I used 45 tons among the 600 tons. His speed is reduced, but as I will put some cargo in her, right? As soon as there will be some cargo in her, the speed will be increased here to 100%. Okay, now all the ships in fleet, what will I do? I will never skip them directly, so medium guns are enough. Okay, they are using 32 gun pounder, so up, what to put in? 32 times 20. Okay, I put there too much. Split 6 and 40. Confirmed. This I cancel, need back here, and ships. Same for this one. Split 6 and 40. Confirmed. Okay, I can fire 20 broadsides with these ships. This is good. And my Trader's Lynx fleet is ready. Now, the particular case of the basic Lynx. We all started with this ship. Let's see a hold here, and here I need my warehouse. First thing first, which guns? Long guns are way preferable, and as you see here about where I am, long guns are not that expensive compared to mediums. So yeah, I know it's a basic shape and so on. 4,000 reals, I will equip her with long guns. And now it's always the same until we reach the limit. So it is using 1 hull repair, 3 rig repairs, and there are 34 crews, so here 6 times 1 is 6 hull repairs, 2 times 3, I need 6 rig repairs too. 34 times 0.3 is 10, so I will need 20 medicines. Confirmed. 40 multiplied by 28 is 1120, same as before. Here I will need 160 plus split 40, confirm, plus split 4, and let's put that in the ship. Alt click to exchange data between warehouse and ship hold. You can see this works also in the other side. But my problem is I will fight with this Lynx. I will win the fight, obviously, I always win. And when I will win the fight, I will try and loot the enemy ship, and there will be no more room here to take at least doublons and maybe, if I am lucky, a book or an upgrade. So for basic Lynx, I don't use medicine and I don't use grapes. This is an exception because I need these 2 empty slots for looting enemy ships. So now let's equip this Niagara. It has long guns. This is a consumption, gunpowder consumption. It has also, let's have a look here. Okay, good. We see the hull repair, rig repairs, the crew, so we can calculate all that. So 6 times 2 for the hull, 2 times 6 for the rigs, 126 multiplied by 0.3 multiplied by 2 for the medicine, and so on. Same for the equipment. Here we have 22 guns and we consume 154 gunpowder when firing all ships. This will give us something I prepared before, this. And so we put all that in the hold, and now, surprise, the hold is filled at 52%, so we have enough for fighting, but we could take more. If you want to go to PvP, maybe we will have 2, 3, 5 fights, and it's better to have the hold at 60%. So for doing that I have to increase a little bit that values up to reaching 60%. And to do it with some accuracy, I prepared for you a present, and the present is there. This is a file I prepared. You will find the link in description, in which, for our case, the Niagara, you will have here the optimum load that will give you the maximum speed taking into account these guns. So a little bit more hull, more rigs, more meds and so on. You just put that into your hold and you will get 60% of load in the hold and you will get the maximum speed for the maximum load. As simple as that. Let's do it. So now we need 2 more hull repairs. 3 more rig repairs. Okay. 55, so 19 more medicines. Okay. Wow. Here I need my pocket calculator. 5394 plus 4312. It's 1082. Can ponder. Okay, I need 110 balls more. Okay, I need 27 more chains. Okay, and I need 63 to 84 to 83, so it's plus 17 grapes. Normally, my calculations are correct. Let's put. Let's. No. Okay, move a bit the warehouse. We can see the hold climbing up. One. Up. Up. 280 multiplied by 0.0.6 is 168. Okay, the ship is ready. Completely ready and fit for purpose. As simple as that. So, now let's try another thing and let's equip this recruit. Okay, this ship is consuming 2 hull, 7 rig, the crew is this one, and also this is gun consumption. The number of gun is 30, so believe in me, I prepared everything to put in this hold, but first let's check that. And we did put too many things. So the ship, in spite of telling here speed 100%, it's not true. Speed is lower than 100%, so we have to reduce the hold. And how to do it? Hey, simply by using the same file as before. Let's try that. So, in the same file, we now have a look on Le Requin, Le Requin in French, and we see that the optimal loadout is this one, taking into account the guns, and if we place that into the ship, we will get normally 60% of hold. Let's do it. So now let's readapt our ship. Here is the hold. Here we can see what I have in my warehouse. So okay, yeah, Don't worry, sometimes there are more there, because the calculating software is based on Naval Action map netlify, and data between a particular ship and ships in general might be slightly different. No. 4627. Okay. And we are at 60% exactly, and our ship has its maximum speed. This ship is fit for purpose. And now the last case is this. I am poor and I equipped her with medium guns. Cool. Cannot purchase the long guns with that. So, what to do? First we will put in the hole the repairs that are recommended by the spreadsheet. So here we are in repairs and guns, and go here, find table, this line. We have here what we need to put in the hold. So let's do that and see what occurs. So I prepared everything according to the spreadsheet. Let's put that in the hold. And we can see that hold is not at 60%, so we can take more. And what shall we do? We will add only more gunpowder, because what we are equipped with medium guns, and we want to compensate a bit the lack of penetration we have with medium guns, and using double charge this will compensate. So just a small calculation to do that. The hold is 1430 multiplied by 0.6 equals. So the optimal hold is 858. We have 783.7. Okay, divided by the weight of the gunpowder, 10 kilograms. I need to put in the hold 7,430 gunpowder. We put that, and the hold is at 60%, and I will be able to shoot a lot of double charge, which is fine with medium guns. So this ship now, I consider it as fit for purpose. So now you have the same tools than I have to prepare the ships. The spreadsheet guns and repair will be regularly updated when necessary. It will be integrated to the Naval Action user guide, and it will be in description of this video. If the weight of gun change, if the hold of ships change, if the weight of consumable change, okay, the spreadsheet will be updated at the same rate than the user guide will be updated. So now have fair winds, good battles, and see you later.